right now. Sean. Yeah. We're getting set up for the roadmap. We'll be swapping around, and we'll be sitting right up here. Yeah, we're gonna capture all the goodies. We're gonna capture all the goodies. Share this with your friends. Let everybody know. Okay. We're gonna have some fun. Hopefully, this is the day for Gungans. Let me know some of your thoughts. I'm here with Sean. You guys know Sean. Hey, look, maybe Pathfinders. Do you think Pathfinders are coming back?
I hope so. It'd be nice.
Maybe Baze and Sheerit.
That would be cool. A whole Rogue One thing would actually be awesome.
A whole Rogue One thing would be really cool. What's going on, everybody watching? Make sure you share this with your friends. If anybody who can't be here at Adepticon, we've got a lot of content coming. We've been looking at StarCraft. I have some stuff like that with the new Marvel Crisis Protocol board game alliances. We got some video test footage of that that's coming. We're gonna whatever is in the cases today after this. So probably tomorrow morning, right? We're gonna get some coverage of all the new models, all of that. What is going on, Peter? Sorry that you weren't here. Yes, we are. This is exciting, folks. We are at the thing. I got to play. By the way, they haven't started yet, so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit. I got to play Full Scale War today. We're going to be doing a video about that. I was not allowed to film the whole thing because there were some prototype components involved. But I'm able to talk about it. So I will be doing some videos about that. If you can't tell, my voice is kind of gone already. It's going to be like that in some of my videos. But it's a fun time. I'm sorry if I sound a little weird. But yeah, we're gonna get a lot of fun stuff tonight. Apparently, there's a lot of hype. All the developers I've been talking to have said this is gonna be a really exciting time.
Dallas Kemp said he was gonna blow our mind tonight.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said when he walked in the door. Oh my God! He stared at you directly too.
I was playing Flip 7 with. We were playing Flip 7 on the floor. But if you haven't played Flip 7, it's really fun. Naboo Battle Force, I am excited for it. Mandalorians also, maybe more Geonosians. You know. Somebody riding a Rancor, Boba riding a Rancor.
An official model would be pretty cool.
That would be awesome. I mean, Marvel Crisis Protocol probably going to get some stuff. Do you think this is the year for Fantastic Four?
They really could do really cool.
What do you think of the shirt, by the way? Always wash your socks. By the way, it matches the socks. Always wash your socks. Socks. I shouldn't be showing my socks on stream, you know, but it's exciting. Just so you know, we'll be kind of showing off everything. We'll be swapping the camera around a little bit. Hopefully you guys are in a good mood. I'm in a very good mood right now. This is one of the highlights of everything, being able to be here and share in the hype. When it goes live, let us know where you're watching from.
He's waving. Oh, I know that means Adam.
Oh, no. Nobody.
You appraise the situation. Bodyguard.
Oh, okay, yeah. I tell people Sean's my bodyguard. Crabbok Footstream, may the force be with us. Absolutely.
GT.
It's going to be a wonderful.
Oh, and Jan Dadon was the first person to say, may the force be with you.
Yeah, literally, that word, yeah, apparently. If only.
Right.
If only. We did, by the way, we did Star Wars trivia last night. We were 2 questions away from winning back-to-back. We came in second place. It was okay. We had a great team. Denmark, what's going on, Denmark? You're from the Imperial Academy. Austria, we got people from Nebraska. We got people watching from all over the world. UK. What is going on?
You're up late.
Empire Mandos. Oh, yes.
Oh, that would be cool.
Gungans. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I said Ottawa. I misread. Dayton, Ohio.
I just, really quick, I want to say thank you so much for everyone who's come in. I know there's still people coming in. But it's really wonderful to have you all here because we've been trying to reach you about your extended Army warranties.
Woo!
So we just close the door. We're going to talk for that about an hour. No, I'm just joking. We're going to get started here in about 5 minutes. We're going to let some folks come in. If you do have an open seat, if you can kind of shift down and let people have the opportunity who maybe are standing to fit, it looks like we might be completely full, which is great. But otherwise, we'll get started here in about 5 minutes. So thank you so much.
Rock and roll. All right, we're going to chat for a little bit before we get started. So you're able to catch some of the pre-stream stuff that's going on here.
Oh, like
an Imperial Fleet Troopers?
Like Navy officers? Or not Navy officers, but like the Navy
I'm not
soldiers?
sure. I would love to see like just regular TIE fighter pilots and X-Wing pilots. X-Wing pilots would be very iconic to have on the ground.
I remember Double Critical, we talked about having them not as objectives, but as actual units.
For those of you who've been subscribed for a long time, do you remember Double Critical? That was a long time ago.
Change the name, right?
Yeah, only for the for the podcast. Yeah. I'm not happy with how that went down. Aloha from Honolulu, Connecticut. Check out Calgary, Canada. We got folks all over the world.
Oh, the Wolfpack would be cool.
Wolfpack.
Yeah.
I think that's coming.
With
Yeah.
Goku.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm remembering all the names.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a trivia I did. That wasn't 2 liters' fault.
The problem was, though, the German beer.
Yeah, that was my
Gungan
bad.
hype. Honestly, Gungans, they have to come at some point. If not now, then never. Until next
Customized
time.
heroes for the Scum and Villainy.
Yes.
They haven't done that yet.
I actually, so let me ask you guys watching, on the subject of reprints, what do you want to see for reprints next? I feel like the Shadow Collective needs like a new box, some new reprints, some new stuff. I also very much expect. Did you see the new Anakin Skywalker that was teased? There's a episode 3 Darth Vader Dark Side Anakin Skywalker, right? A Nightfall Anakin Skywalker, which means we're probably getting a 501st box for Republic, which means we're probably also getting a Droid Invasion updated box. What's going to be in that if they do it, or are they going to change it up? Are we going to see any new Battle Force boxes? There's a lot of cool stuff like that. I think is really, this is why my voice runs out, because I'm talking to everybody. There's so many fun things to talk about. What are you expecting to see? And Shatterpoint. I know there's been a lot of people wondering what's next for Shatterpoint.
For Shatterpoint would be cool.
Droidicas for Shatterpoint. Yeah, let me know what you want to see for Shatterpoint. I wouldn't mind seeing. I want to see Kylo Ren because they talked about him, but we haven't seen the First Order yet for Shatterpoint. I don't know if they're going to have those available.
Is it possible we get like Andor stuff, like
Andor?
Cassian,
Yeah,
all the rebel,
maybe
the rebel troopers that captured him.
Skeleton Crew, all the kids. No, probably not. Maybe
I actually asked the question, like, can we have kids in tabletop games? Because they
Max
can
Max Rebo for Legion. Think about it. Max Rebo, could we get it? Old Republic. What about?
Old Republic and First Order would be interesting too.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a lot.
I would see them doing High Republic.
I would love
first.
to see an all new. Do you think there's a chance we're going to see an all new faction?
Skeleton Crew kids. Anakin.
Skeleton Crew kids. That's the comment of the night so far. Can somebody top that one? That would be wild. Yeah. Oh man. No, this is going to be exciting. I hope you guys have a good time tonight. I'm in good spirits. I hope you guys are in good spirits too. Even though my voice is hurting, and it's going to be all right. Sand People, Glove Shadow.
Cool.
Sand People would be pretty cool. Bad Batch style Ghost Crew. Yeah, well, they already spoiled the Ghost Crew that they're coming, but we don't know what they look like. For Legion, yeah.
For Legion? Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool.
They showed us like Keystone art. So I'm super excited about the Ghost Crew. Do you remember when Sean and I were playtesting Legion when it first,
way back,
the very beginning, before
my
it was.
mom still has one of the things I sent.
Yeah, but I remember buying some Mel Miniatures Ghost Crew to kind of proxy in for Rebel units.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. So I've wanted the Ghost Crew in this game since before it was even for sale. I wanted the Ghost Crew forever, so I'm excited to see what they have there. Umbara,
Huts would be cool.
Huts.
Ooh,
Huts.
The forearm Jedi. What was his name? Or not the bad Jedi.
Oh, the traitor. The
General Forearms.
yeah. Oh my. What? Let us know. Just because the hype is
Pong
crazy.
Krell.
Pong
Yes.
Krell. Thank you, Trey. Is that Trey? Yeah. 1377. Thank you. Pong Krell. I would love to see Pong Krell show up in this game. I also want Dathomir. Can we get a Dathomir? Can we get some Night Sisters? Can we get Night Brothers? Zombies, Rancors could work for Dathomir.
All the crazy creatures that are on that planet.
Yeah. Dathomir sounds like it'd be really exciting. Love to see it. Django, of course. I think Django's very likely. They teased his helmet in Mace Windu.
Oh, yeah. Clone Air Wars Pirates.
Yeah. Oh, well, who was the diner owner that was friends with Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Well, I thought he was also friends with
The Camino.
who's the crazy clone that kind of got his chip messed up and
Fives?
wasn't five? No, Fives died, but the other crazy clone.
A lot of them died.
That's fair.
They all died, actually.
Dexter Jets. Yeah.
All the clones die if you watch long enough. Yeah. No, Dirge. A lot of people want Dirge. Is it Dirge or Dirge?
Dirge, yeah. He was a cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sebulba. I want to do a racing version of Legion with like the wheel bikes and stuff, where we're actually doing a big like Bunta Eve Classic.
Oh, Dengar.
Dengar. Oh, what is going on? Battle World is in Australia. What's going on? Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Pre-Vizsla, Death Watch, Mandalorian Battle Force. What?
Zero.
Let's see it.
What's Zero Company?
Zero.
I'm far behind.
Zero Company is that video game that they're doing.
Oh,
The new video,
XCOM
the
one.
XCOM one, yeah.
I'm a huge XCOM fan. So
We're
I
only
just saw
moments
that's
away
it.
from the start of everything, so we'll be bringing to you the best. This is going to be fun. B3s, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe those droids from the Bad Batch arc in season 7 of Clone Wars, like the weird, like four-armed droids. Who is the big?
All right, thank you everyone.
Let's change it.
Adepticon, Atomic Mass Games Roadmap 2026. It is my privilege and honor to be able to stand before you and present the amazing work of all the individuals who make up our studio. This is a wonderful time for all of us. We have many of them in attendance. Please be sure to say hi to them throughout the convention, express the excitement that you see for the things that are here, all that good stuff. They pour their heart and souls into all of this, and it really is a truly humbling honor to be able to be the one to get to show it all to you, even though I'm not the one who necessarily makes it all and has it come together. So it truly is a team effort, and all of the kudos to them. They are an amazing team, and I'm very blessed to be able to work with them. In the same vein, as amazing it is to work with them, it is a fucking honor to be in front of all of you right now.
Dropping F-bombs.
That's my one F-bomb for the year, so I want you all to know how truly special you are. They won't let me say another one for at least another 18 months. But truly, it has been so incredible to be here with you all over the last 2 days. I can't wait for the rest of the next 2 days. Just seeing the energy, the excitement, the passion that you've all put into your armies, into the game, into being together with each other, and to being amazing stewards of the community, and to generating excitement among your local communities and everything else. The fact that we all get to travel out here and be together is truly amazing. It really is the energizing experience that lets us all go back to the office and just want to kick ass for another year for you all, so that we can come back and show you even cooler things the next time. So again, thank you so much. We are truly grateful and truly blessed to have you all here. It's amazing to have people standing in the back, when last year we had a couple of empty seats. So just wonderful to see how things have grown and how you all have come together to support us. So again, truly thank you. A round of applause for yourselves, absolutely for sure. With that said, how about we look at some cool new shit?
Oh my gosh, the language.
So we're gonna kick things off with the newest child to the Atomic Mass Games line, which is Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliances. For those who watched the announcement stream or have kind of paid attention, this is a really exciting time for us. And one of the things that we talk about a lot at Atomic Mass Games, and when we discuss like what our mission statement is, what we're trying to do as a studio, it's not just to make great games, it's to build and grow the hobby community, the thing that has meant so much to so many of us. You know, we have longtime painters who've been doing this for 30 plus years. We just love this community, we love these games, we love what they mean to us. So, of course, Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliances, we can go to the next slide for sure, introduces a brand new system called the FAST Mini System. FAST stands for Fusion Assembly System. For those of you who are like, wait, that's only 3 words. Yes, but system, that's where we're getting the S and the T, and I'm sticking to it. Fast Minis, you're going to see this brand logo show up on more and more products in the future. The goal here is that we want to lower barriers to entry for new hobbyists. We want to make this an accessible experience that we can bring people in and walk them through the overall process to become as skilled as you all are in this room. And one of the great ways we can do that is by making the assembly process just a little bit easier and just a little bit more enjoyable and fast. So FAST is just simply our shorthand for Press Fit Miniatures. It was engineered by our amazing team within the sculpting studio. These guys really knocked it out of the park. They went through and they created a really robust and incredibly fun system that we're going to be talking more about. The first product to have the FAST Minis is going to be Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliances, but of course we're looking forward to using this system in things like new starter products. Any way that we can allow players to have that opportunity, those younger kids who are coming in at 14, have never maybe done a modeling experience, and have a great and open opportunity to do it, FAST is going to be one of our tools in the toolbox to do that. Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliances, for those who don't know, is going to be launching with Night of the Goblin. This is a fully co-op, 1 to 4 player game where you're going to take control of Marvel heroes. Specifically, Night of the Goblin, you're going to take control of these Spider-Verse characters that we're going to take a look at next. And these miniatures are truly impressive for the fact that they are press fit, and they show a dramatic evolution of the studio's skill. And again, kudos to our sculptors and engineers. These are some of the most fun miniatures I have painted in a long time. And I've just had a huge joy with them, and you would never really realize that they are press fit from the style, the dynamism, and everything else. These characters are going to be usable in Marvel Crisis Protocol, so if you're looking for a new black cat because the old one has just lost its luster for you, you're going to be able to do this. Look, I still love my original black cat. But it's another great way to kind of bring people into the hobby that have them have the ability to transition through and use this as a bridge again for more of the games. Go ahead and go to the next slide. Yeah, and who are they going to fight against? They're going to fight against the Green Goblin and, of course, his minions, his War Goblins, his Goblin Army, and the Spider Slayers. The Green Goblin may be one of the most impressive miniatures I've seen in a while come out of the studio, and the fact that that is completely press fit is just an amazing, amazing thing once you get your hands on it. Again, the Green Goblin can be used in the game as a replacement for the original Green Goblin, who we all love, but maybe has a few years under his belt. Yep, and for those who haven't played the game yet, what is Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliance all about? It's an arcade beat-em-up where we took the ideas of a hack-and-slash adventure RPG light war game, and we combined it with a boss battle, we threw it all together and made sure it was playable in about 2 hours. So it really is a great experience to bring your family, your friends, your kids, for new players who are coming in and have never experienced stuff, to be able to jump in, take control of their favorite Marvel heroes, and have a wonderful time together as they work as a team to overcome each boss's challenge. As you level up, of course, you're going to be facing a host of different threats throughout the game. The game has a simply controlled AI system. Each goon or minion has their own unique style. So as the game grows and you're able to mix and match different core components together, which you can freely do to create your own experiences and your own stories, you're going to be able to come up with an infinite possibilities of different play types and styles and all of that good stuff. And that is going to create the first overall experience. So if you haven't had a chance to demo, of course we're doing demos here at the show. There'll be more opportunities. You can see our fabulous demo team led by Greg and get an experience in on this. It is a truly different experience. We worked really hard to make sure that, unlike some co-op games where they're cooperative because you win and lose together, but there's not really an incentive for team building, that this game incentivizes the players to always be communicating with each other, to have each other's best interests at heart, because it's ultimately how you're going to overcome the challenge of the final boss and be able to make it to the end. Let's talk about some more stuff that you haven't really seen yet. So if you saw the trailer of the announcement video, you know that Attack of the Sentinels is going to be the second game in the series. It's going to be coming out early next year, so about 6 months following the release of MCO1, which is Night of the Goblin. It's going to feature the X-Men, led by this fabulous team of heroes.
Yeah!
I like that Cyclops pose.
So again, it was so much fun to be able to go back through with alliances and take a look at some of these iconic X-Men characters that we did way back at the dawn of the studio's opening and founding, and to be able to really bring them into the modern era. The new sculpts are amazing, they're fantastic, they have so much detail, and they're so fun to paint. Can't wait for everyone to be able to get their hands on them, to see them, and to see them get swapped in for some of our long-standing X-Men characters. And they're of course going to be fighting the Sentinels of Master Mold's creation. You saw these in the case of Prime Sentinels, along with a brand new kind of created for Alliance's Warrior Sentinel, which is going to be the big bruiser, and then you have the prototype Sentinel. So this is a super impressive miniature. If you haven't seen it in the case, you can go take a look at it, but he's kind of being assembled together. During the big boss battle, not to give too much away, but Master Mold is going to continually enhance his prototype Sentinel, and the players effectively have to overload and corrupt the memory data in order to stop this thing before it becomes the ultimate mutant killing machine. Beyond MCA02, we're going to be moving into MCA3, which is the once and future Kang. So this brings our classic Avengers characters back with Black Widow, Captain America, Iron Man, and Hawkeye. And they're going to be fighting not one, not two, but 3 Kangs.
Oh, cool.
So not only do we have a brand new sculpt for Kang, who just recently released, he's also going to be bringing along Ramatut and Immortus, his other timeline variants. This game really ratchets up the excitement and the drama because you're going to be facing new mini-bosses, and of course there's a lot of really fun timeline hijinks that we were able to do with the game. So again, we're very excited for this first trio of boxes to be out. And you're going to see that we're hoping to have at least 3 of these kind of come out within a calendar year, which will provide new experiences, new opportunities, and ways for us to refresh the line, to bring new excitement and opportunities for you to play with your friends and family. And of course, to continue to expand the Marvel Crisis Protocol universe as it is. So Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliance is a very exciting thing. We're excited to share more with you as we move forward. We have a lot of extra content planned, including online print and play scenarios and new missions that will expand even the game content we did originally. One of the things I really want to point out is that not only will Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliances be pre-selling early at Gen Con, to be followed by a late August, early September release. Also, what was I going to say? Andy, quick.
Gungans.
Stop. Yes, thank you. Classic. Okay, Star Wars Shatterpoint. That is what I was going to say next. You're right. So, Star Wars Shatterpoint. I know there's a lot of questions out there. Folks have obviously seen the announcements. We talked a little bit about this, or hinted at it last Adepticon, but one of the big things is looking at sustainability, looking at how we manage our different game lines going forward, how we service communities, how we manage our retailers and our distribution partners within ASME as a publishing group. We came out hot and heavy with Shadowpoint. We came out with a lot of stuff. We really wanted to ensure that there was a robust and large amount of different options and eras represented within the game. And starting last year, we started talking about how we were taking our foot off the gas, how we were kind of going to transition a little bit to a more long-term sustainable program. And part of what that means for Shatterpoint is a slowdown of the overall release cadence. It does not mean that the game is going away. And we're hoping to prove that to you over the course of the next year or so as we move forward. But for this Adepticon, we of course have some additional content to share on the sequel trilogy characters, so let's go ahead and do that. You probably saw these guys in the case, but we're very excited to go from the sculpt renders to the fully painted squads, and to really dive into the sequel trilogy of episodes 7, 8, and 9. These characters are very fun. It's really interesting to see. Finn actually stands as the primary, with Rey being the secondary character, and Chewie and Han being the supporting characters in the squad. The team did a great job working on them, and they paired perfectly well, of course, with the other pack. That is also the case, which is We Are the Spark, featuring a dashing Poe Dameron, Zori Bliss, and some Resistance troopers to go along as the supporting unit. These guys play very differently. They bring in some unique synergies and strategies to the game, and they have a bit of the cross between Resistance, that Resistance flair of Rebels, and a little bit of a Scoundrel style to them. We did say, when we did the mini-stravaganza announcement, if you were with us for that they were going to, of course, be paired against the First Order. I'm really excited to show you what that First Order is going to look like.
Nice.
Something to note that I think people will be excited about is Kylo Ren does have a couple of different head options. You can have a hood up, hood down, no mask. So whatever your flavor of Kylo Ren is besides shirtless Pagani, you're more than welcome to have within this pack, maybe someday. Doing FN 199, classically the traitor, First Order trooper as the supporting character made perfect sense to us, and then they're backed up by some riot troopers. And they, of course, are going to pair with some artwork that we showed previously, but we do have the sculpts now, which is the Online Command Squad pack, which features Captain Phasma, First Order Stormtrooper Commander, and then the First Order Stormtrooper as well. These guys, again, it was fun. It was a fun experience to watch the development team and the design team really take this, create Empire, but then merge it with some other elements to truly make the First Order feel unique within the game, and to add some really interesting elements for players to be able to play with their squads, whether you're playing in era or doing some mixed strike teams as well. Let's go ahead and talk about what's next. So if you saw the announcement, we did say that in the next couple months, we were going to have a big character rebalance for Star Wars Shatterpoint. We are committed to doing one of these minimum per year. Now, of course, if we have issues that we want to adjust to keep the game healthy and balanced and feeling fun and flavorful, we do reserve the right to have more than one. But we are absolutely going to be sure to do at least one pass per year to ensure that everything plays smooth, that we're providing the best gameplay experience, And part of the overall like strategy in terms of reducing the amount of new releases allows us to really focus in and dial in the game in a great way. Battle droids are going to be one. This is one that the community I know has been waiting for a while to see a bit more oomph from these famous Rogers. We've also got another one to show you, which is Sabi, Royal Bodyguard, is going to be getting adjusted as well from the We Are Fearless squad pack. And so we've seen a lot of really good work. We went in and kind of reevaluated what we wanted these characters originally to do, how we needed to adjust that and everything else. And I think the last one we have to show is General Viewers. It's going to become a little less oppressive overall in the current environment with some adjustments. This is just a small taste. We have plenty more that are going to come. And here's a little preview of some of those things to expect. And you should expect this rebalance in May is our hope to deliver to you. It is in the final stages of licensing approval and all that stuff. So we should be getting it there soon, and we'll be able to explore whole new strategies and tactics and all of that stuff with
MCP and Legion are still coming.
I do, hop back. One real quick, just hop back. One more. Before we go on to Marvel Crisis Protocol, I do want to talk about one more thing, which if you all are here and having a great time this year, I hope that you will all join us again next year for Adepticon. But if you are going to, and you are a Shatterpoint player, or you are a Legion player, I want you to sharpen those brushes. Because I'm here to tell you that in Adepticon 2027, we will be holding the very first Master of the Brush, which is our Star Wars painting competition.
Yes! 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 Okay. Been asking for that for a long time.
Categories and all the good stuff, seeing the rewards, the different trophies and stuff you can earn. Those are all going to be presented over the course of the year. But we wanted to give you a heads up, and we're very excited that we just got all the T's, all the I's dotted, all the J's dotted even. And we are now officially a go for this, so we are looking forward to.
They announced there will be a Star Wars painting competition next year.
At 2027. So
it's a Star Wars painting competition called Master of the Brush.
On how things work, we've got Dallas at the Worthy desk, and kind of give you an overall format. But it is going to follow the same kind of pattern and judging system as the Worthy. So it is a skill-growing competition that is worthwhile no matter where you are in your painting journey. So regardless of whether you're just getting started or you want to improve your skills, come in, see how you can compete against yourself, and see that growth over the year through the gold, silver, and bronze categories. Maybe you can make yourself to a master category, and then ultimately become the Grand Master of Master of the Brush. So very excited for that. I can't wait to see what you all do. And we're just thrilled to finally be able to announce that after several years of work. Now, finally.
Yes. Exciting. That's good.
All right, Marvel Crisis Protocol, one miniseries game. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got available. So for those who have been watching, you know, Danny Moonstar, Havoc, Jubilee Multiman are on the way. These are them in their glorious, glorious colors. For those who are playing in the Worlds competition today, in the first heat, you already see got a special look at Jubilee, our newest two threat. And of course, the classic two threat for the X-Men. The character was up last to work on the synergy she has with Wolverine. I hear her voice every time I play with this character. The way in which we balance the two threats has become very interesting, and how they interact with objectives and giving them certain drawbacks. She's an amazing backliner who can just plink away and become really annoying, and then of course has some additional midline tricks once the battle kind of shifts from there. But we're really interested to see how players adopt her, how new X-Men squads that really harken back to X-Men 92 and 97 start to look on the table. Let's talk about these Sentinels though, because before we get to mutants, we do need some mutant hunters for them to have to face. Bastion, Nimrod, and Meg Sentinel. I believe we have a look at Bastion first, who is a brand new leader for the Sentinel faction. This guy's an absolute monster, he's just a terror on the tabletop. He really plays with the idea that the Sentinels are primarily designed to shut down mutant powers. And through Crisis Protocol, we kind of represent that with the power systems in general. Just an incredible sculpt as well, one that was knocked out of the park. I'm so excited to be able to get my hands on this guy and paint him. The menace and the authority of Bastion here Truly a credit to the entire creative team and development team as well. But what is Bastion without Nimrod? Nothing. And so Nimrod, I know Giles Kemp has painted like 4 of these already because he keeps stealing all the prototypes. But on the painting table, but Nimrod brings some serious muscle and some serious scary skills to the game as well. So you're going to be able to really start to customize and grow that Sentinels affiliation that has kind of sat at a very small and fixed system so far. And along with that, we of course have the Operation Zero Tolerance character in Crisis Pack. So brand new Crisis cards are coming out very soon. These will get rolled into the new Challenger document. So if you are primarily a Challenger player, you're going to be able to see a brand new kind of rotation of new Challenger or Crisis cards. If you're just a player who plays for fun or casually, of course, all the Crisis cards are available to you for your standard games. And you're going to be getting 5 of each, which tell the story of Operation Zero Tolerance. And just like with the previous Crisis card packs, there's a narrative campaign suggestion, so you can pair them up, play through the story of Operation Zero Tolerance. But I think one of the really exciting things is the fact that these do come with the new Prime Sentinels, and so it's a brand new Sentinel character as well. You can take 2 of them, and pleasantly here you have 2 different styles, so they're easy to tell apart on the table. But these little free threat Sentinels add additional bodies and certainly don't lack on the punch. Again, the overall Sentinels idea for their affiliation is that they really are designed to bring down the power level of the opposing characters and to suppress what they can do quite well. And we saw a lot of really cool team compositions and squad compositions with Sentinels in playtest. With the addition of these 3 threats, with the addition of Bastion and Nimrod, and the tactic cards that we'll be showing off sooner or later through our social medias and that kind of stuff. So a very exciting time if you don't like mutants, but the mutants are going to swing back pretty hard. Let's talk about some things that are coming forward. So outside of the
That Hulk looks incredible.
we do have the leader, Red Hulk, and Sensational She-Hulk will be coming out later this year. I know the hot topic has been who has a leadership? Are there new affiliations? Well, this next slide may answer those questions. Red Hulk will be leading the brand new affiliation, the Thunderbolts, whereas the leader will bring a brand new affiliation of super genius villains, the Intelligentsia. Both these affiliations have some very fun tricks up their sleeves. They add some new options and opportunities for various characters. Of course, they are based on the 616 overall comic universe, but as Marvel Crisis Protocol is kind of its own universe, we do make choices and get to do some fun inclusions and changes to make sure that Marvel Crisis Protocol and the game experience is really good. So if you go take a look at the wiki pages for the different teams, you'll probably get pretty close. You'll be able to identify some, but I think we've got some surprises in there for you as well. Overall, 2 very different affiliations, very different flavors, but very, very fun. I'm very excited to see how they shake up metas as well and different squad and roster compositions. And I'm sorry. I do need to tell you that there's an alternate head for Thunderbolt Ross, which includes his fabulous mustache. Onslaught, of course, another iconic X-Men villain. Pretty seminal for some folks, depending on when you join in reading X-Men comics. He's going to be bringing his own affiliation as well called Onslaught Scripts. We gave you some teases of a couple of his team tactic cards to give you some ideas and something to speculate on. This character is an absolute monster as befits his stature and station, and I can't say much more because otherwise Alon will attack me on the stage. So we've got to save some news for all of his posts and stuff later. But hopefully you've all got a chance to see the miniature in person in the case. It's an incredible thing. Can't wait to get my hands on it as well. I'm so excited to be able to finally bring this guy to the game. Who, I had to be honest, originally in 2019, when Pagani was like, who's this guy? He looks amazing. Both Josh and I were like, we're never going to be able to make him. There's no way. And now here we are. So it just shows, always believe in yourself, always believe in the journey, and you can accomplish things that you don't think are possible as you grow your skills in whatever you're doing. Next up, Blackheart.
That's something the case.
Oh, did you?
So coming later in the year, we've got our speedy villains. We've got Blackheart, the Orb, and Jack. And I believe all of these were in the case, so if you haven't seen them, you can go see them in real life. But these folks will fill out a number of different affiliations. And it was just fun to work on something that was creeptacular, to go back to some of the Marvel weird designs like the Orb. Who knew that there was a guy who rides a motorbike that just has a giant eyeball for a head and shoots lasers? But I'll tell you this, naming his abilities so that everything is an eye punt was a blast! I'm just saying, high-speed chase, come on people, that's beautiful, it's beautiful. New event affiliation, we previewed them, but we of course have the paints ready to go. This is going to be a brand new affiliation coming to the game, featuring those characters. Hulkling, who's an incredible miniature as well. I believe some of these made it to the case, maybe it was just Hulkling. And brand new starter sets. So these were announced at GAMA if you managed to catch any information at the retailer show. One of the things that we've been working on, as you know from last year, is creating new entry points to the game. Again, growing the hobby community, providing points for new players to come in. These sets will maintain the same competitive pricing in terms of being low barriers to entry in terms of that. They come with everything a new player needs to play, a full roster of 10. We have the Asgardians, and then following them, we also have the Guardians of the Galaxy. So two teams that we expect to be very, very popular and fall hot on the heels of the great successes that we saw with the X-Men and the Spider-Foes packs. We're looking forward to doing more of these. I know a few people have asked, are they evergreen? And the reality is that as long as there's demand for certain ones, we'll keep them in print. When there's no longer demand, we'll kind of move them out and bring in new ones. But the goal is to bring in a couple of new starters every so often to ensure that we have a robust offering in addition to the core set itself, so that players have a lot of different choice when it comes to how they want to jump into this amazing game. And we're not done quite yet with the repacks, but we are getting there. So we have, just to let everybody know, if you haven't seen a character in a while that you were waiting for, they're on the way. These are a couple others that will be coming up very soon. And then once we get to that point, it's going to be a wonderful time, and ideally everything will just continue to be in regular availability in the multi-linear format that we started with. Last big one, we have a very large character rebalance and update coming June 2026. This will really be the bulk of the work on the stamina rebalances, which we've been talking about. So just about every character in general will have some kind of adjustment. I think like 80-85% of them have some amount of stamina adjustments. And then of course there are also some pretty big changes coming. Some nerfs, some buffs. Folks who have been a little afraid of Apocalypse, you'll be happy to know he's getting a little tap down. Shang-Chi, another one, who's still going to maintain his Master of the Martial Arts status, but he's just going to have to be a little closer to do it. So we have been very much watching and digesting the community feedback. We value everything that we hear from all the different channels. We're always in the Discord. We're always looking at Facebook. We're always looking at conversations that we can have with you all here, tournament results and everything else to ensure that we're continually working towards making these games the best that they possibly can be. So, you know, sometimes the process takes a little bit of time, but this one's going to be a very chunky one, and I think it's really going to kind of reset the stage for the next 5-10 years of Marvel Crisis Protocol. We're pretty excited about it. So here's our roadmap for the upcoming releases. We do have just a little bit of a view into 2027. One thing I do want to note that you're going to notice across all of these is that we're trying to keep a bit more surprises in our pocket so that you all can see things, be very excited about them, know that they're coming into close term. And so that we can have a bit more fun in terms of just knowing that those things are coming. But we've got a lot of really fantastic things coming for 2027, and we just can't wait to be able to show them to you, ideally at the next roadmap that we'll all be together here in some fantastic video format. But between Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliances, Marvel Crisis Protocol, the tabletop battle game, there's so much good Marvel stuff coming. We're really excited to continue to grow and build the Crisis Protocol brand and communities through all of these different ways. Okay, with that, Star Wars.
Yeah! Misa, excited.
So we wanted to kick things off by showing off some rules for the upcoming Jedi Council Pack, which we talked about and announced during the Extravaganza. So we have, of course, Mace Windu. For those of you who played in Defense Day, I believe you got your Mace Windu card. But we also wanted to show off this party's over because you can't do Mace Windu without tactical. It's such a, that was a tease. Yeah, so Mace Windu, he of course brings the Pod Mastery, which is a brand new mastery, which is going to be filled out in the Legion 4 rulebook, along with that stuff. We can go ahead, I think, now safely to go to the next one. Shock T. Very fun character to work on in terms of creating someone who kind of balances the idea that she works very closely with mercenaries to train the clone army. So she adds some Galactic Republic synergies and stuff with those
that's
mercenaries.
interesting.
as reflected in her command card as well as some of her abilities.
Force of Will, that's a magic card.
And then we have Kai Mundi. So you kind of take a look at his abilities as well. It was a very interesting challenge to kind of look at and adjust these 4 very similar Jedi, but also give them their own unique
Red
flavors
dice,
and
danger
characters.
sense.
And last but not least, we have Plo Koon, who does come with a kind of unique upgrade that is only for him, which is pretty cool to kind of reflect how much he cares about and use his clones and the troops around him and those types of things. And last but not least, with this pack, you're going to get cards so that you can attach each one of them to a unit as a unit attachment. Again, going about how we really wanted to ensure that players are able to represent a lot of characters and iconic characters on the tabletop in various different ways. And there are 2 Jedi Council command cards similar to how the Imperial High Command cards have worked as well. Okay, let's go to the next one. No unit card, but we did want to give you a little bit of a tease so you can start thinking about what this man would do. Spider-Man, Man-Spider. Let's go with Man-Spider. What this Man-Spider will do. Similar to Tog, he has a very interesting, unique upgrade that allows him to kind of manipulate the battlefield. And of course, he comes with this one command card here that we're going to show today. That is some pretty wild and wacky stuff. He's very fun, very interesting. It was a unique challenge to kind of bring a character similar to Tarkin or Tog, who doesn't normally like engage in combat, into the game of Legion, but we really were excited by the chance to be able to do this character and see him on the tabletops leading the droid armor. Savage Press.
Hey, Shadow Collective!
There's also in that box. He will come with 2 unit cards, as you see here, one for using the Shadow Collective with his brother Maul, and one while he is working with the Separatist Alliance. There are some stark differences between the 2, and of course he's going to also have his own unique command card, kind of represent his brutal nature that you'll be able to use along with everything.
Oh, yeah.
A very cool character, and another one that we've kind of shown off very early and been excited about to get to. And of course, the rest of the characters in there, we have the Grievous, if you missed him out of the starter, or didn't want to do the starter, of course, a new version of Count Dooku to go along with the Savage Press. Let's go ahead and hop to the next one. Chewbacca showed off the sculpts for these guys. Extravaganza. These are
No, it's just marks.
The Episode 4 era, or the New Hope era. So they are still very much not a part of the Rebel Alliance, so they will work with it for money. And they are character units, so they always come together. They do some unique things. We'll have more information on these guys, including like what their command cards do, which is pretty crazy, coming as we get closer to their release. But this will give you some stuff to chew on and think about as we go through. General Grievous on a real life terrorizing for Republic players. Well, hopefully you'll kind of have some answers here with your own mounted Jedi, including Anakin Skywalker, who brings a new operative version of himself with some high mobility and some new tricks. And also in this pack, in addition to coming along with Obi-Wan, we have the generic Jedi Knight for those people who want to bring in even more Jedi fun and mobility, and maybe use some of this in their tours of duty or other things that they might be playing. So this box really brings a lot of cool options, a lot of mobility, and it was a blast in playtest to watch wheel bikes versus Bark Speeder madness really happen. And so I'm excited for you all to get to experience that on the table as well. We have the
Red save.
A bit further out, but we wanted to give you a little taste of what this unit will bring. Another one that was so fun for us to work on as we were able to work with LFL to kind of create a new and unique kind of unit within the overall system. So we're looking forward to sharing more about that process and the visual design, as well as more about what this unit offers to Rebel Alliance armies moving forward. And of course, alongside later with these, we have the arrival of the Imperials from Solo, a Star Wars story, with the Imperial Mud Troopers.
They look really cool.
The Wet Weather Storm.
Those guys look great.
And if you are all in on Wet Troopers, we have a special box, the 224th Armored Division Army box.
Oh, shoot.
So bring all of these together in a 600-point recon army, similar to what we
kidding me?
saw with the Echo, the Base Defenders,
Oh.
and Blizzard Force boxes. And this will include a special edition Imperial Officer miniature in the Guard of the 224th Armored Division Legion.
Oh man, that's cool.
That you'll be able to use as a proxy for an alternate skull for either an Imperial Officer attachment, or you can use it as a customizable Imperial Officer as well, as you choose. So we're excited to be able to bring all of this stuff to it.
That's awesome.
And with that, I have one more gift for your
Mando faction.
Mandos. Uh-oh.
We're getting fancy.
I see some. Oh, shit. What are we gonna see? New Sabine. I think so. Mandalorians. Yeah. Armorer. Oh yeah. Bo-Katan. Yeah. Oh yes. Paz Vizsla. Oh yes. Yes. Finally. That's a good one. A new Din and Grogu. Din with Darksaber. Yeah. Okay. All right. No way. Oh my God. No way. No way. No way. Are you kidding me? No. A gauntlet? Are you kidding me?
That's smaller. Is it bigger or smaller than
It's a. Oh no, it's a fang. Yeah, it's not a gauntlet. It's a fang. But wow. Wow.
That's right, the Mandalorians are coming as a brand new standalone army available to play in Star Wars Legion.
Yes. Yes. Oh, dude.
Not only are they coming, they're coming in June.
What? Wow. That's really cool.
So, we've been, what? Oh, sweet. I could use that. Yeah, so this is the big project we've been working on, kind of hinting at, talking about, and staying as close as possible on. But the Mandalorians are coming. They're coming not only to reinforce the various factions with new Mandalorian options, but they are coming as a fully playable standalone army. What's happening here? Oh, there you got it. Good job. You fixed it. Great work. Yeah, so in June you're going to be able to pick up a Mandalorian army box, which is going to include a full recon 600-point army featuring the Mandalorian covert. And I say Mandalorian covert, this is important. There are going to be army options and specific builds and traits and abilities for Death Watch, Clan Trees, Covert, Clan Ren, and Clan Saxon.
Yes. Wow.
That's a lot of customization.
That's
for one box.
That's a home run right there. That's
But that's not all. We know that one of the coolest things about Mandalorians is that they are kind of virgin territory within the Star Wars galaxy, and there's so much to explore, so many opportunities for a hobbyist, for a player, somebody who loves this property. So we took it the extra step. We said not only do we want to bring so many Mandalorians that have been established within the canon and continuity to you, we want to make sure players have the opportunity to create their very own Mandalorian.
yes.
And so this new force is going to allow you to do that for a combination of clan traits and abilities. You'll be able to customize and create your very own Mandalorian clan that is unique and plays differently on the table than everyone else.
Wow.
So this is a really
They're gonna sell
incredible
some
opportunity. It's been a lot of hard work. It's been an amazing
They're gonna
work
sell a
for
lot of
developers,
boxes.
for sculptors, for
That's-
artists to bring all this together and to be able to offer it to you in just like 3 short months. So go
Insane.
ahead, and the Army Box is going to be the place where you start.
Wow.
So where do you go next? You're going to also be able to grab a unique variant sculpt, a special edition sculpt of the Mandalorian and Grogu, as well as have the
Look how
armor,
heavy the saber looks
in
in
this
this
covert army.
Yeah.
And you can see here that there's going to be a brand new card that's going to be available via print and play or in the box for Din that allows him to attach to Mandalorian covert units as well. as the armor themselves. And of course, this force comes with all new command cards and everything else that goes along with an army in and of itself.
Good.
The Mandalorian Warriors is going to be the bread and butter pack for this army. Through all of our genius engineering and our sculpting and everything else, the hard work that people put in, this box actually creates 3 distinct different units. It creates the Initiates, which are the brand new kind of young bloods of the Mandalorians. These fine folks, Mando folks, are able to come in mass, and they are fairly cheap overall, but they are not quite as durable as the Mandalorian Warriors, which have a unique unit type where you're going to be able to take support squads with every mace squad that you take. They're able to take multiple heavy weapons and things like that between this split, and these are going to be your hard-hitting core troops that are going to allow you to really bulk out and build your forces. And of course, if you decide to go Clan Freeze, this box is also going to allow you to build the Clan Freeze Mandalorians as well. As you'll see, these Clan Freeze Warriors can fight alongside both Rebel and Galactic Republic troops in addition. So this pack alone will be kind of the core foundation for the army between all of its different options. It offers a wealth of hobby opportunity and everything else. And of course, what's a wealth of hobby opportunity? I know the big card is going around, so you can decide if this counts. But the Mandalorian Hunter is technically a Mandalorian bounty hunter, and it will work for any faction. So this box will also allow you to
make your own bounty hunter.
very own Mandalorian bounty hunter. You can fight amongst yourselves whether you get that stamp or not, because it's not quite worn and it's not quite but again, we had so much fun doing the customizable characters for the other factions. We knew right away that doing this brand new Mandalorian army with everything we wanted to do, all the customization we wanted to provide,
That's awesome.
it just wouldn't be right without your ability to create your very own Mandalorian characters.
Okay, if they don't do Gungans, this is still really cool.
But if you're going to go, one of the established plans, we needed to kind of fill things out with some very iconic characters as well. And so Paz Vizsla, Bo-Katan Kryze, Axe Woves, and the Armor are going to be available in the Mandalorian Leaders box.
Yes.
Here's kind of a quick look.
Yes.
Your appetite as we roll into June and July on what these characters will be offering and bringing. So Axe Wolves and Bo-Katan Kryze are kind of the headliners for Force Clan Kryze posters, but they also bring new options to Rebels and Galactic Republic. Whereas if you're truly of the Mandalorian-only persuasion, Armor and Paz Vizsla are going to be right there for you to support your true Mandalorian army. From a lot of the different tactics and a lot of the different command cards and abilities and everything. There's a lot of ability.
Oh man.
Star Wars Legion, they've really tried to define how these different clans would play, how their characters would interact with everything else.
That's even cooler than Gungans.
You're also going to see in the physical documents that are going to be available online for free, which are going to explain how you build your Mandalorian army, how you customize your own clan, how you do all this stuff. Upgraded cards for certain Mandalorians that have been in the game forever, such as Clan Ren. And you'll see here that we have the Clan Ren veteran. So it was a chance to update, go back and look at some of the original Mandalorian designs and bring them more into the modern age, also with an eye to understanding that these Mandalorians were going to be able to be brought in to this new army and this new exciting grand world of Mandalorians being all over the place in the future. Developer update live streams for those who are looking forward to seeing what updates and rebalances, points adjustments, rules adjustments, all those good things. It's going to be happening April 21st. We'll be doing a live stream from the AMG offices. We'll allow myself, Pagani, and some of the lead developers on it. We're going to have a lot of good information to show, and hopefully we will be able to address some of the key issues that are happening right now that we're seeing in the meta, give you kind of a roadmap of where we're going next for the November update, and continue to drive forward in making Legion the best and most balanced and fun experience it possibly can be, as we continue to gather all of your great feedback and go through things. And of course, we've got to talk about the giant starfighter in the video. So there is a brand new unit type that is coming to Star Wars Legion. It's called the Flying Vehicle.
Yes.
And it is going to represent and allow us to bring in starfighters, the iconic starfighters.
Yes.
The Star Wars galaxy on your tabletops.
Rebels will have some cool stuff. Yes. Yes. Yes.
You
Oh.
can't do Star Wars, but Star Wars is the most iconic, the X-Wing.
Oh God, yes.
This is just a tease. We're going to be talking more about these as they're going to be arriving later in 2027, but we did want to give all of you a very first glimpse at those things. We'll be talking more about how they function, what they need, what that weird flight stand that you're going to see in the videos you watch it 20 times through actually does. And
Wow.
how those innovations happen.
Open too, so you can probably put people
We're going to get into all of that later in the year as we get closer to the launch of this brand new space for Legion.
Wow.
And there, yeah, I gotta get in a dad joke. I mean, I'm a dad, 44 years old, come on. With that, here is the roadmap for everything that we've kind of shown off here today. I hope you all are as excited as we are to have brought you this cool content. Thank you so much for joining us. Can't wait to be able to hang out, chat more about all this stuff as we go through the course of the weekend. Be sure to stop by, chat, bring up everything. We'll be wandering the tables and all that stuff, doing all the interviews. Thank you again so much. We're so truly humbled and just so joyful to be here with you and to be able to share all this stuff. We can't wait for another great year.
All right. No Gungans. Oh man.
It's a good trade-off.
Yeah, no, there's cooler stuff than Gungans, honestly. Yeah, I don't know the Ghost Crew. Gungan! He said it. Yes, I hear you. Maybe next time.
Other than me wants Gungan.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year. We're gonna show this again? Okay. No, these guys look cool. Yeah. So I noticed there's no, we don't have pre-Vizsla in here. So there's no pre-Vizsla, so we're missing certain Mandalorian leaders.
See, there is a monochrome, right?
No, they don't show pre-Vizsla. But they're doing Death Watch, so they have to add more.
Yeah.
You know. And I think there's.
They said like each one will make its own unit. So
Yeah, well.
you'll probably have different heads
Yeah.
and helmets and stuff.
Well, no, there'll probably be more Mandalorian heroes in the future. They got to leave room, you know. No, they look great. Yeah. No, it's gonna be fun. That Fang fighter is crazy, so that could be fun. That thing is beautiful.
See how open it is, so you can like have people underneath it.
Yeah, no, I like
Really
that.
cool idea.
That's a, yeah. I've kind of wish listed something similar to that, so I like the way that they're doing that. No, that's really cool. Awesome. All right. So, no Gungans. We'll be okay. Honestly, what they announced was way cooler than Gungans. That's my thought.
I might buy it.
Dude, the Mandalorians, they're going to sell a lot of Mandalorians.
And with that new painting
Yeah.
competition, those are a lot of really good sculptures.
Oh my God, the painting competition with Mandalorians. Oh, snap. Get started right
A
now.
lot of cool battle scenes you can set up.
All right. Well, that's going to do it, guys. I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to chat with some of these folks. It looks really exciting. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. Always wash your socks.